Welcome to London and the ultimate royal travel guide. In this video, I'll showcase the main royal attractions in and around London and also provide information and details on visiting each of these royal sites. London's royal attractions offer a window into history, showcasing opulent palaces, grand ceremonies, and timeless symbols of Britain's crown. Buckingham Palace is the official residence of the British monarch and a symbol of the British monarchy. Located in Westminster, the palace is known for its stunning architecture, rich history, and ceremonial functions. You can tour the staterooms in the summer and watch the changing of the guard every day. Buckingham Palace has 775 rooms, including 19 staterooms, 52 royal and guest bedrooms, 78 bathrooms, and over 1 mile of corridors. Additionally, secret tunnels connect the palace to other buildings such as nearby Westminster Abbey and the Treasury, allowing for discreet movement. One of the best attractions in London, hands down, is the Tower of London. Touring the tower is a must, and if you haven't done it before, please go and see the tower. The highlights include the White Tower, the Crown Jewels, and the Bloody Tower. You can even see where good old Henry VIII, had many of his wives beheaded. After her execution, Anne Boleyn's ghost allegedly haunts the tower, as she is sometimes seen carrying her severed head in the moonlight. And legend claims that if the tower's ravens leave, the monarchy will fall. Therefore, the ravens' wings are clipped, so they cannot leave. Kensington Palace has been a royal residence since the 17th century and is the current home of several members of the royal family, including Prince William and Kate. Tours are available of some of the palace. Princess Diana lived in and reportedly loved Kensington Palace, nicknaming it KP. After her tragic death, mourners covered the gates with millions of flowers. Hampton Court Palace is a magnificent Tudor palace located on the banks of the River Thames. The palace features an amazing, old but working Tudor kitchen, the Great Vine, the Maze, and the Great Hall. Catherine Howard, Henry VIII's condemned fifth wife, allegedly ran screaming through Hampton Court, begging for mercy. Her ghost is still said to haunt the gallery. But Henry VIII didn't just love having his wives beheaded. Oh no, he also loved tennis and built a court at Hampton Court Palace. It still exists today, making it the world's oldest functioning tennis court. Windsor Castle is one of the oldest and largest inhabited castles in the world and has been a royal residence for over 1,000 years. Located about 25 miles from central London, it serves as an official residence of the British monarch and is renowned for its stunning architecture, historic significance, and beautiful grounds. Windsor Castle was built under the watch of William the Conqueror beginning around 1070. A key attraction includes St. George's Chapel, the burial place of several monarchs, including Queen Elizabeth II. Windsor Castle has hidden tunnels which King George III reportedly used to sneak into town unnoticed. Now, I might add, King George III also was apparently crazy and was known as the King who lost America. Designed by Sir Christopher Wren, this magnificent cathedral and dome has been a symbol of London since the 17th century. St. Paul's was the site of Charles and Diana's wedding, the funerals of Sir Winston Churchill and Lord Nelson, and where Queen Victoria celebrated her Diamond Jubilee in 1897. You can climb to the Whispering Gallery for incredible views of the interior. Well, if you don't mind heights. And while there, you can whisper along the curved wall, and someone on the opposite side, about 100 feet away, can actually hear you perfectly. During World War II and the Blitz, Churchill ordered firefighters to save St. Paul's at all costs. A bomb nearly destroyed it, but the cathedral miraculously survived. Westminster Abbey is a stunning Gothic church with a history dating over 1,000 years. It has been the site of every coronation but two since William the Conqueror in 1066. It has also been the site of several royal weddings, including Prince William and his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II. And it's the final resting place of several notable historical figures, including Isaac Newton and Charles Darwin. William the Conqueror's 1066 coronation turned chaotic when Norman guards mistook cheers for rebellion and set fire to nearby buildings, panicking the congregation, as it would. Situated right on the River Thames, the Houses of Parliament, or Palace of Westminster, is the seat of the UK Parliament, home to the House of Commons as well as the House of Lords. Originally a royal palace, it was rebuilt after a fire in 1834 in Gothic Revival style. Its iconic features include Big Ben and the Victoria Tower, symbolizing British democracy. In 1605, Guy Fawkes hid explosives beneath Parliament, planning to assassinate King James I. Guy Fawkes was caught, tortured, and executed, and his failed plot is remembered annually. Greenwich is known for its maritime history as well as its royal connections. Greenwich is home to the UNESCO-listed Royal Greenwich Observatory, the Prime Meridian, the stunning Old Royal Naval College, the National Maritime Museum, the Queen's House, the Palace of Palencia, and Greenwich Park. King Henry VIII, Queen Elizabeth I, and Edward VI were all born in Greenwich. And while there, don't miss the stunning Cutty Sark, a 19th century tea clipper. In 1884, Greenwich was chosen as the prime meridian, marking 0 degrees longitude. This decision set the world's clocks and standardized global navigation forever. If you're considering heading over to London and plan to see or even tour some of the royal palaces and sites, some good websites to check out before heading out include Historic Royal Palaces, the Royal Trust Collection, visitlondon.com, and visitbritain.com. In addition to the well-known royal sites in London like Buckingham Palace and Tower of London, well, there are some other attractions that may not be as famous or popular, but still have an important place in the Crown's history. St. James's Palace is one of London's oldest royal residences, having had that role as a royal residence for about 500 years. The palace is open to visitors on selected dates for exclusive guided tours. Clarence House has been a royal residence since the 19th century. Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, called Clarence House home for almost 5 decades. At the present time, Clarence House is closed to the public. The Royal Mews at Buckingham Palace is responsible for the upkeep of the royal carriages and horses. So, if you want to see the 260-year-old gold state coach that was used in coronations, well, this is your place. Kew Palace is a charming red brick mansion in London's Kew Gardens and was a royal retreat for George III and his family. Tours are available. The Banqueting House in London is a grand 17th century building and is famous for its Rubens ceiling paintings, which are incredible, and was the site of King Charles I's beheading in 1649. For more travel videos on Great Britain, please subscribe. London boasts 8 magnificent royal parks owned by the Crown and open to the public. These parks, often referred to as the lungs of London, are beautiful and occupy some pretty pricey real estate in the city. The parks include Hyde Park, which offers scenic walks, historic monuments, and year-round cultural events such as the spectacular Hyde Park Winter Wonderland during the Christmas season. Next to Hyde Park is the beautiful Kensington Gardens, which might just be my favorite of all the gardens, and has Kensington Palace, the Diana Memorial, and the Prince Albert Memorial. Near Buckingham Palace is the Green and St. James's Park. And in St. James's Park is the Horse Guards Parade, which is an historic parade ground hosting the changing of the guard, trooping the color, and other ceremonial events. Now, I must say the grounds and the buildings are absolutely phenomenal. And yes, you can go inside and tour the area. Other wonderful royal parks in or near the city include the Regent's Park, which is where the London Zoo is located, Richmond, Greenwich, and Bushey. Now, if you have more time and are considering touring around the UK, well, there are, of course, so many other royal palaces and sights to see, which, makes sense considering the monarchy has been ruling over the British Isles for, well, just a few years now. A couple of more significant royal homes include Hillsborough Castle near Belfast in Northern Ireland and Holyrood House in the unbelievable Edinburgh, Scotland. Also in Edinburgh is the Royal Yacht Britannia, the former royal yacht of Queen Elizabeth II. We toured the yacht a few years ago and it was wonderful. The tour takes you through the state apartments, crew quarters, and engine room. I also highly recommend having tea and scones in the ship's restaurant at the end of the tour. And a bonus royal site is one of my favorites, and that is Carnarvon Castle in Wales, which was where King Charles was invested as the Prince of Wales back in 1968. I remember visiting in actually 1988, and it was amazing. At the time, you could climb all over the castle, although I'm not so sure if that's the case nowadays. But it is a great castle to visit, and Wales, well, Wales is magical. So there you go, the many royal sights and attractions in London.